Alright, so what I was trying to do, almost the exact same thing you were doing, but so I made it a function instead of an event. Um, Not really sure what the advantages of making it an event over a function or vice versa is, but so what I was trying to do, if I break this and pretend this wasn't here, I was trying to pull, I was trying to get the treasure value from whatever object that was calling this event and then plugging it in there. Um, I didn't know that I could ask the event to bring over this input from wherever it's being called from, which is, you know, essentially accomplishing the same thing. Uh, so yeah, that's what I was trying to do. As for that HUD question I had, um, I didn't do anything to fix it. It just stopped doing the thing I didn't want it to do. So if I go to my levels here, save, and I click play, it used to pop up the score and the timer started right now. And I didn't want that because obviously if you're sitting here and you go get a drink or something, you come back and play, you are already running into, you were already going to have a lower time. So that's what was happening. Uh, right as soon as I asked you that question and I reopened the game to make the video yesterday to show you the issue that I was having, it just stopped. I have no idea. I didn't touch anything. It just, I don't even know how to explain it. But, yeah, those were the two main issues, I still got to make this deeper. Um, but I guess the only other thing is there a way to not have me walking on this invisible layer? Because the it's not really happening consistently, but I'm noticing that. So I'm having troubles picking up the coin because I have the bounding box so small. But if I make the bounding box any bigger, oops, that's not what I want to do. If I make the bounding box any bigger, let me shrink this. The issue that I'm running into is, so there's the treasure in the ground, but because the player character starts in the ground as well, when he overlap, you know what? Yeah, I don't know. Because one thing that was happening is when I had it to just when you overlap, when the character walks over this, he was picking it up while it was still underground. So I had to keep shrinking the bounding box or throw it deeper into the ground. And if I threw it too deep in the ground, you couldn't uncover it. But from what you were saying, if I make the dig deeper, the character's going to sink more too, which is just going to keep creating this infinite problem I have. Um, it does work right now, where I mean I can pick it up, but I mean you have to be like right on top of it to pick it up to make it work. But if I make that bounding box, here, let's see if I can't show it. Objects. If I come into this viewport and I make my box collision, uh, let's see here. If I make this like let's see, if I make it too big where it's easier for the player to get to, I can pick it up without knowing it's there. So, like, it's not the end all be all problems, but it's really the only issue I'm running into now, and it's not really that big of a deal. You know, obviously this is a prototype, but just curious if you knew had a solution to that. Also, your video fixed pretty much every issue I had. That variable thing is going to solve a lot of problems I was running into. So I didn't know you could add those. I thought the eyeball, the purpose of the eyeball was literally just making it to where I could call that variable from like other locations. So yeah, your video is super helpful.